Hi everyone, it's Alyssa from She'sMummified.com, and I had a reader request some details on my makeup routine, so I thought I would make a video of what I do for makeup usually on a daily basis. I'm not a professional, and this is just very basic stuff that I use. I use Sephora, CoverGirl, Bare Minerals, Victoria's Secret, and a little bit of MAC. So I don't use the right brushes for the right things, but I make it work, so hang tight if you want to see what I do every day. Okay. I'm going to start with CoverGirl Natural Luxe. It's Silk Foundation. I don't use a ton during the day, but I just put a few dabs on my face to even out my skin tone a little bit. And then I take one of these. Sorry that the lighting is awful. When I do the foundation, I avoid under my eyebrows and my eyelids because that's where I use a primer. And I'll show you that in a second. Don't mind the burn mark on my neck. This is Urban Decay Primer Potion, and it's eyeshadow primer, and it works amazing. I love it. This one is Eden. It's a matte color, but it comes in clear. You can get shimmer. I've been using it for years. And I just go like this. And I use my finger to spread it out. I blend it in from my eyelids all the way up to my eyebrows. This makes sure all the makeup that you put on sticks, and it really, really works. I mean, if you go to sleep with your makeup on, after you use this primer, you can wake up in the morning and pretty much look the same. Not that I've ever done that before. Okay. The next thing I do is eyeshadow. And once again, I use Urban Decay. It's my favorite makeup line. And this is the Volume 2 shadow box. Oops, looks like this. And I usually start with a darker grayish color, unless I'm wearing a very specific color outfit. This one's called Mushroom. Take a little bit of that, and I dab it right around the crease of my eye. And I do the same with the other eye. It's hard to do looking at yourself. There's no exact science to this. I mean, you blend it all in anyway. It doesn't have to be anywhere near perfect because then I use the same brush and I take a lighter color. I'm going to use Cello. It's right next to Mushroom. It's like a tannish, slightly pink color. And I start with the base of my eyelid. on both sides. And then I take it and I put it up closer to my eyebrow and I blend it down. Blend it right into the gray color. And I take a little and I blend it across. I normally wouldn't do this if it was nighttime, but since it's daytime, I don't want my eyeshadow to be too dark. There you go. So it just creates like a little bit of a shadow effect over your eye. Next I do eyeliner, and I usually use this by Victoria's Secret. It's actually a felt tip marker. They're very hard to find now. I think they discontinue them, but I still get them off of eBay. But I also use Sephora liquid eyeliner. So I'll use that because, like I said, the other one's hard to find, so. Just let it come out a little further on the edge. It looks like I missed some spots, but it's just reflecting light because it's still wet and shiny. Okay. So I'm gonna wait for that to dry for a minute before I do my eyelash curler. I just got on the shower. Okay. This is an eyelash curler from MAC, and I honestly haven't noticed any type of difference between this one and the kind you can get at Walmart or at a drugstore. I pull the edge of my eyelid out a little bit until I find the perfect spot on the base of my lashes. Clip it down for about 10 seconds. And then I switch. Okay. I use Victoria's Secret High Definition Mascara. It has one of those rubber brushes, and this is in Blackest Black. But obviously, you should use what corresponds to your hair color. I'm definitely a mascara fan. If I could only have one cosmetic product for the rest of my life, it would probably be mascara. So I've had about 3 coats on each side. Okay. Next I do my eyeliner, if I can find it. This is just a CoverGirl brow and eye maker. In, let's see what color, Midnight Black. And I usually just start in the corner, the outside corner of my eye, like so, and I pull it down a little bit. I get lighter and thinner as I go in towards the inside corner. There you go. Just kind of creates a shadow. And I do the same on the other side. Even them up a little bit. Okay. And sometimes I shape my eyebrows and sometimes I don't. But when I do, I take a brush just like I would for eyeshadow, except I use a brown color. And I fill them in a little bit more, but that's more for my modeling things and nighttime going out, not so much the day. And to finish off, I use a Sephora bronzer. It's SPF 15, and this is in Bahamas color. I use a foundation brush from Bare Minerals. And first I do my cheekbones. And then I go around the rest of my face. Under my chin, because I don't want any lines. And I usually finish off with lip gloss or maybe a light lipstick. But not today, because I'm about to have lunch. So here's my face, and that's it for my daily makeup routine, except in slow time because I was looking into the computer screen, but it usually doesn't take anywhere near that long. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you actually sat through all of this, props to you. Bye!